So in Snellville, out in Gwinnett County, they had some white supremacists that sent letters to black businesses. And why would they send in letters to these black businesses? I want you to go ahead and watch this clip.
It's a really great community.
There is a good vibe inside the Celeb Styles barbershop on Main Street, even after the owner received an offensive letter in the mail.
After receiving that letter, man, it really broke my heart to receive that, because again, that's not who we are. We are a community-based barbershop. We're here for the people. We want to service all people. Everybody's welcome.
The same letter was sent to neighboring businesses like Gravity Trampoline Park and Burn Boot Camp. And this is what it said: to whom it may concern, we in the Snellville community want it to be known we don't want any more N-word businesses in our community. We want Gravity, Celeb Barbershop, and Boot Camp gone. Too many N-word businesses. We will not support them.
That's not a reflection of the whole city of Snellville.
Carl said the letter is offensive and heartbreaking, and whoever sent it knows nothing about them.
We've been here for about 8 months, and within the first 2 months of being here, we did a major charity event where we gave away 200 free haircuts, we gave away school supplies, we gave away 500 book bags.
Anybody who comes in here always comes back, because you know, it's just the vibe and the tone that we set and the things that we try to do for the community.
In the spirit of being charitable, because that's who we are, I would like to offer anybody who's watching this, the first 10 people that walk through the doors, I'm offering the first haircut free, the first 10 people.
So you saw that brother, you know, he owns a shop. You have some other businesses that black people are running. But the white supremacists, let me tell you something about them. They are extremely jealous of black success. Understand that, brothers and sisters. See, they tell everybody that you're lazy. They tell everybody you're good for nothing. They tell everybody if it wasn't be for them, you wouldn't be in certain positions. And they like to have you downtrodden. They like to have you in a position to say, I don't have anything and we can't do nothing for ourselves. And they love that. They love when you poor mouth it and saying that. They love it because it makes them feel superior at that moment. Black oppression, black degradation, failure of our families, etc., make them feel good about themselves because it is extremely demonic. The ideology of white supremacy, it is demonic. It's from Satan himself. But when you, even though you set back 10 steps in this nation and you still fight through that, persevere, and you become successful as a black man or as a black woman in this nation, and you set yourself up fighting all the odds of not getting business loans that you should, and everyone is having things against you, and you still set up a business. The white supremacists know this. They know all the things they throw at us. They throw the kitchen sink at us, and we persevere and still open up a business. And not only one business, they're mad about 3. They didn't ask you to support them first and foremost, you ignoramus, white supremacists. Because there's enough black people to go in there and get their hair cut. One thing I will say, black men do support the black barbers. That's the truth. Black barbers, as long as they're in the area with black men, they're good. And then other groups of men go in there as well. I see, you know, even the barbershop I go to, you know, it's ran by brothers, but you have, you know, Hispanic men that go in there as well to get their haircuts. So that's at least 2 communities that I know of that would go into the black barbershops. So they don't need you for anything. That's first and foremost. They're doing fine by themselves. You saying you don't need no more N-word businesses. See, you see in them businesses, they have something that you don't have. You probably clocking in, go and work for somebody. They don't have to clock in. They work for themselves. They make their own money. They can take a vacation if they want. They're not the stereotype that you tried to say, because when you open up a business, and anyone that has a business, whether it's a small business or a large one, it's more work doing a business than working for somebody going clock in. It's so much easier to work for someone else because you don't have to worry about payroll, you don't have to worry about tax, you don't have to worry about making sure things are lined up on the job right. You don't have to worry about nothing. You just show up, do it with your job description, and go home, collect your check. So it's much harder to have a business. You worry about how taxes are paid and all the things you worried about. Then you got to have enough capital to grow the business. There's a lot of things you have to be concerned about. And they know this, and that's why they look at them and say, and the first thing they say is, who is them uppity N-words that's running these businesses? Because automatically, you have a business, you uppity. Automatically to them. Because their position in their mind is the black man and black woman need to be downtrodden. See, they love to see Pookie and Ray Ray and what hood rat chicks are doing. They love it. It makes them feel good. But they don't like to see this brother. They don't like to see sisters having businesses. They can't stand that. Well, it's a new decade. Black people is going to start doing a lot more things worldwide. So you need to get used to it. You sit up there worrying and hating on people that actually worked hard for themselves, pulled themselves up by their bootstraps. That's what they did. You mad that they pulled themselves up by their bootstraps? I thought you said that black people need to stop complaining, stop living on the government, and pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Oh, I'm sorry. When black people do that, they're doing what you do. Complain constantly, crying to Trump about finding you a job. I can't find a job. Crying constantly. Want Trump to go find you a job. You don't pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You never did it. As soon as you got here, you was giving land and all kind of concessions. Black people truly had to pull themselves up by their bootstrap. Not you, but see, you feel that black people getting it, just even government assistance. Oh, no, they can't be getting that. When you was getting government assistance as early as the 20s, the same thing you complain black folks about. You still getting it now. Well, let me not tell the video they got coming. But what I'm saying is, black folks are not your stereotype. And the wonderful thing about today is that we can actually show that. And what we need to do as black people, start supporting videos that people put out about how to create businesses, how to get money, how to do all. You need to start supporting that, because if more of us will start looking at that kind of content, more of us will produce it. You understand? Because that's information that you need to know. But with content creators, a lot of times we don't put it out because you'll watch a video about racism, white supremacy, but we talk about how to trade on the stock market. Oh, you won't watch that? No, I ain't watching that. Low views, low comments. But talk about entertainer or talk about racism, whatever, and hey, you're there. And really, at the end of the day, you need to have that information because I know it's void from you. I know, because we all came from the same communities. But the thing is this, they are jealous of us. They pocket watch us. They don't want us to have nothing. But who cares what they want? I mean, they can go to hell with gasoline draws on. That's how I feel about them. We gonna do for ourselves. We gonna work hard, even though we got problems, even though we have issues that we got to overcome, and a lot of self-hate issues that we got to really work through. We still are going to do much better than we've done in the past, in spite of you, Mr. or Miss White Supremacist that sent that letter. So leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story with these brothers and sisters and everything that's running these shops and local businesses. But, you know, shout out to all the black people worldwide that own a business. You're working hard every day. It's tireless. Sometimes you just want a vacation and you have to. Please take a vacation sometime, because sometimes mentally I get so bogged down, and I've learned to take a vacation. Do that, because at the end of the day, you having a business and persevering through that business, you're going to definitely see the promised land of what you always wanted. Because I advocate all the time, black business, and black business will bring black employment as these businesses grow. That's why we got to support our businesses in our communities. We don't need to be punching a clock and begging these people and they telling you got to cut your hair. I tell you this, if someone come work for us and they have dreadlocks, they ain't got to worry about their dreadlocks being cut. None of that, because we celebrate black people who they are here. But you go to these folks' jobs and all that, then you got to worry about having to cut your hair, getting kicked out of school, etc. So let this video be definitely a testament. When we are successful, the white supremacist is always going to complain.